Welcome to another episode of Backyard Critters. This is your host, Professor Chumley Knows a Lot, and I call this episode Leaping Lizards. I know you're going to love it, especially as it includes some wonderful reporting from a great niece of mine, Delaney. She's got an anole, which is a kind of lizard, and she does an experiment with it that I'm sure you're going to find quite interesting. So, where do lizards fit into the overall classification of animals? Let's find out, shall we?
Well, in the animal kingdom, you have your invertebrates and vertebrates, and of course, lizards are having a backbone are vertebrates. In that group, there are several major groups, including reptiles, which of course where lizards live. And they have dry, scaly skin, they lay eggs on dry land, and they're cold-blooded. So there are three major groups of reptiles. Those are the alligators and crocodiles, turtles and tortoises, snakes and lizards. And of course, we're concentrating on lizards here. They have common characteristics such as legs, most of them, movable eyelids, they can blink, external ear openings, shed their tails to escape danger. They have two functional lungs and most shed their skin to grow.
Now that we've taken a look at where lizards fit into the overall classification of animals, let's take a look at a few examples that I've had an opportunity to capture with my camera. Some right in my own backyard, and some on some of my trips around the world. You're going to find that there's a wide range of lizards in the world too. Some that live underwater, and some that walk on water. Well, you may not believe it, but do a little research. Let's go take a look.
Well, I hope you'll be looking for common characteristics as you look at this variety of lizards from across the country. Quite lovely, some of them, and this one right here has found himself a reserved spot for sunning, and his brother is showing off his orange neck pouch. This one here is a land iguana, and you can see that he's shedding his skin, and as is his cousin, the marine iguana. Well, unlike the marine iguana, which eats algae underneath the ocean, most lizards eat insects or they're insectivores. This one has found himself a nice beetle, and he's trying to soften it up a little bit so he can swallow it. It's quite a big one, actually, but if you watch closely, you can see him chomping down on him. You can see him breathing heavily, and you can see his tongue flicker out and taste. Quite good, I would say. This one, on the other hand, is just a little fence lizard, and he skitters away as soon as I start taking pictures. This one, on the other hand, is a 7-line racer, and he's growing his tail back. You can see it looks quite stubby. In just a second, you'll see how fast he is. Well, good gracious, I couldn't keep up with him. Oh, there he goes.
So, that little critter really is lightning fast, eh? Now for that special report I told you about at the beginning of this episode. Delaney, my great niece, is going to do an experiment with her pet anole, and I think you're going to find it quite interesting. Okay, take it away, Delaney.
He's on green paper to, to see if he will change color. We came back to our experiment and he's lighter color than he was. He had never changed green before. This is Delaney reporting from North Carolina.
Pretty cool, eh? You may be interested to know that there are at least 10 different kinds of animals that can make that quick change of color using, among other things, chromatophore cells. You might want to do a little more research in that area to see what gives some animals the ability to change colors in just a matter of seconds. Okay, now some of you are probably still wondering about that title, Leaping Lizards. Well, now you're about to find out. Ha! Leaping lizards indeed. I hope you enjoyed today's episode. And if you did, you'll tune in again for future episodes of Backyard Critters. Until then, this is Professor Chumley Knows a Lot saying ta-ta and cheerio.